Hello and welcome to Spirit Touched. God's forgiveness comes with a smile and no questions asked. Ours should too. Forgiveness is fresh air for the soul, and God knows America needs some fresh air for its soul. Where does forgiveness start? The answer, by asking God to forgive us. Then the next step is giving it to others. Matthew 6:14. Why? Because forgiveness is a part of reconciling. Matthew 5:24, part B. Forgiveness is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's a part of Luke 6:36. Forgiveness is a gift of God to us. He expects us to extend it to others. Why? Because it's a part of His teaching. We are honoring Him when we do so by teaching it. John 8:34 through 33. It's a sign of humility, not just to ask for it, but to give it. One of the last things Jesus did on the cross was to forgive those who put Him there, along with the one of the thieves there with Him. Luke 23:34 A and 40 through 43. Forgiveness is a component of His love. Forgiveness frees us when someone gives it to us. It's charity. When God gives it to us, it's grace, stemming from His mercy. Giving it to ourselves is wisdom. Why? We are told to be like Jesus. Forgiving is being like Him. It cools the sting of anger and resentment. It's something we decide to do. It's the highest form of love. It brings peace. It's a sign of bravery because it takes courage. Cowards cannot find it in themselves to do it. Angels rejoice when we forgive. Forgiveness is a part of how God cleans us. Once we forgive, we should forget what we forgave. When we receive it, we should remember why. It's one of the essentials of abundant living. It's one we do to put our love into action. When it is given, it should be sincere and come from the heart. It's good medicine for the giver and the receiver. It's an ongoing process, not just a one-time thing. To truly forgive is to accept our part of each failure. Forgiveness can save friendships and marriages. Friends and family members are worth forgiving. It restores harmony. It renews energy. Unforgiveness blocks blessings. Unforgiveness builds walls of silence, of hurting. Forgiveness is what tears down walls. Forgiveness brings a sense of relief and release. Forgiveness can smooth out a lot of wrinkles and lift the fog. When you know you need to do it and you just can't bring yourself to, then ask the Lord to help you. Proverbs 17:9. True forgiveness comes when we treat it as a closed subject. Do not keep bringing the offense up every time you argue with the person you forgave. That causes grudges, which build those walls. Forgiveness breaks down those walls. Healing can only come when we let go of those old hurts. Forgiveness starts the healing process. Forgiveness brings freedom. Sometimes our path with the Lord is steep. If we are carrying a burden of unforgiveness, it can cause us to stumble and fall. Forgiveness is how we ask Him to remove that heavy load so He can bury it at the cross and set us free. Then we can stand up straight and tall in His presence. You see, when we do, then no one can put more burdens on our back. We can look into His face and feel His love. That love is what frees us from fear and sin. This is why spending time in His presence is necessary, because it's not His presence, it's because it's in His presence that we grow free. Psalm 68:19 and 1 John 1:9 through 11. After God washes our sins away with then he sprays us with His love so that we can rejoice that His word is real, just like He is real. That's what it's like to be bathed in His amazing grace and lavished in His mercy, then dressed in His righteousness. Romans 6:4. God doesn't ignore our sin, so how does He make us new? Answer: He shines His light of forgiveness upon it. You may send your prayer request to He Answers, TWO, @gmail.com.